I identify as a cisgender female. I'm a Caucasian woman. I'm a mother, a wife. I think of myself as a social activist, somebody who cares about the environment.
I think the first thing people think when they meet me is Black and then a woman, based on my skin tone, based on the way that I choose to wear my hair, and also just based on like clothing as well.
It depends. The context is very important. So like a joke that like me and my friends have is like I'm whatever was on Fox News the night before. So like if it's about immigration, I'm Latino. If it's about terrorism, I'm like Arab. Like I'm hard to place, so people don't really know how to react to me.
I don't believe that I've been misidentified in what my personal identity is.
When people make assumptions about how my identity may create opportunities for me that put me at the forefront, it can be rather frustrating because it is an assumption and most times it is very untrue. So just because I am Black and a woman does not mean that I have an express pass to the front line of, a college acceptance or a job application and different things of that nature.
I think this one I want to say is exhausting, at least for me, because you're always constantly in your head saying, okay, if I say this, like, this may be my intention, but it's how it may be received by someone. And trying to make it, and you're always trying to couch and I guess manipulate your answer or shape it into something where it may it may be diluted in terms of what you want to get across because you're always worried about how am I going to come across in my response.
I think it must be incredibly hard to live a life where people are putting you in a category that does not feel comfortable. It's 1,000 times worse than wearing a pair of shoes that don't fit.
I think one of the unfortunate parts of kind of the conversation about identity in general is there's this defensiveness that a lot of people have to even kind of address it. And I think a lot of that comes from this kind of feeling of if I don't understand, if I make a mistake, if I have a question, I'm not greeted, as with open arms to kind of explain to me or help me through this. I'm immediately kind of demonized. I'm beat up on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm fired from my career, things like this, right? Where I find that problematic because we need to have a conversation. And so there's kind of two sides of it, where any mistake you make, you're wrong, you're a terrible person. And the other side of like, okay, well, if that's the stakes, I'm just not gonna participate in this at all. I don't think it really gets us anywhere. I think we have to kind of create this middle safe space, if you will, where we can really have those dialogues.